Neil, just bring us up to date with the Adam Yates situation, please.
Um, well, it's obviously, we're all very disappointed for himself, I think, and for his family, because you don't expect to go on a football pitch and get the extent of injuries that he suffered on Tuesday in the reserve game. Um, to fracture your cheekbone, I think, but at least one eye socket or two, your nose, break your nose and your wrist all in the same incident is, well, I've never known it before in all my career, so it's particularly unfortunate, and I think everybody at the club's very disappointed for Adam.
Like you say, it's not one injury, it's several. Any idea on how long he's looking at?
No, I mean, I don't think you can put a time scale on it because there's so many injuries and they're not able to do the operations until the swelling and everything's gone down. So it's going to be, certainly a long job. And it would be fair to say he's not in contention for the next couple of weeks anyway.
Can you just put into context for us how tough it can be as life as a lower league footballer sometimes? Because people think it's all glamour of the Premier League, but this guy's just come back from 12 months out, he's on a short-term deal, and now he's just picked up another serious injury, which must be quite worrying for any footballer.
I think everybody's obsessed nowadays with the Premier League and with the reading about all the top end, but there's a lot of people at the other end of the scale who are fighting to make a living and to provide for their families like anybody else who's got a job, and nobody sees that side of the coin. A lot of players getting released and then they're out of the game, and it can be very difficult, and he's certainly somebody like Adam. He was in a position where he's trying to to get a new contract or to extend his contract, and that's what I mean. You have to feel for him, and the other side of the coin with football is there's a lot of players who don't earn a fortune, who are good professionals, who are good people like Adam is, and they don't always make a lot of money out of the game, and that has to be taken into account. There's not every footballer is somebody who, because you're in football, you earn a fortune. And like I say, it's very difficult, and it's come at a bad time for him, and we all feel for him.
Better news on the injury front. It doesn't get much worse than that, really, when you're talking about injuries, but better for Ben Whitfield. What's the latest there, and how likely is he to feature in your next couple of games?
He has trained this morning for the first time, but with the pitches being frozen, we've been on 3G, which I don't think it's not a great surface for him to come back on, but we'll see tomorrow if he gets any reaction from that. So I'd like to think over the next couple of games he will be taking part.
How much of a bonus would it be to have him back as well as you come into a very busy Christmas period?
Well, he was doing really well, and we were very disappointed when he got injured. But I don't want to put too pressure on him. He can't, he needs the rest of the team to be playing well to give him a chance to play well. So we've got to look at the bigger picture, which is the team must perform better, and then if we give that platform, then you can get the best out of Ben. So we need both. He needs the team to be playing well, and then if we can do that, then it can give him a chance to play well as well.
What progress have you made with trying to keep him for longer?
Well, obviously that's down to the chairman. So I had a discussion with him on Tuesday when I see him. I don't obviously see him all the time, but it's in his hands at the moment. But I'm hoping we can do something about
it. Cup run coming up, hopefully. Second round, Yeovil in the FA Cup. What do the finances mean to you at this level?
To be perfectly honest, I never think of the finances when I'm going into a game, because it's all about trying to get a performance, and I'm well aware that we need to have a better performance than Saturday. I think afterwards, if you get through, then it's nice to obviously to think that you've got some prize money, and you'd like to think that you could go further and try and generate more money, but I've never gone into a game thinking about the money or the finances. It's all about the players on the pitch trying to, put in a good performance, and then if that comes and they do what we ask, then we've got a chance of progressing.
What would the footballing progress mean to you in the FA Cup as a manager? Because we know you certainly enjoyed it as a player.
I think you would like to. Everybody wants to pit their wits, or the player, and as a player, as a manager, you want to try and get a big club, don't you, to test yourself and for the experience. But I think once you're into that, if you can get into that third round draw, anybody who's in the league that we're at, you're not going to win the FA Cup, so it's better to try and get a big team that's going to generate some money. Then I think you do think about the finance, because it could then make a difference if you get a big team in the next round.